Okay, welcome back, everybody. We're starting a new unit today, which seems kind of weird since we didn't actually have a test over the last one. But today we're going to be talking about Unit 8, Lesson 1, which is about multiplying powers. So the main idea behind multiplying exponents here is when multiplying exponents, let me actually make this nice and long so you guys can see it, of the same base, and the base is the number at the bottom, which is why it's called base. The exponents add together. So let's take a look at what that means. So if we're doing, let's say, x squared, and we're multiplying this by plane x, we want to know what this is going to turn into. Now, x squared is the same thing as x times x, and then if we add another x to that, so times x again, this is going to become x to the third. Now, the shortcut way of doing that is to notice that if there's no exponent on a number, the exponent that's really there is a 1. Just like if there's no number in front of x, the number that's in front of x is 1. So when we're multiplying these two together, the base stays the same. The base stays x, but then 2 plus 1 makes this 3. Okay? Now, that's the simplest possible version of this. Let's take this and extend it a bit more. So let's say that we have some numbers and variables in here. Let's say that we have negative 5 x to the fourth times, in parentheses, 3 x to the third. So we're going to do the numbers first, just like we always would. So negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. So we can at the very least do the number part first, right? Then we're going to do x to the fourth times x to the third, and that's going to be x to the seventh, because 4 plus 3 is 7. Okay? Let's look at an example where we have two variables here. So let's do 6x times, in parentheses, 4x squared y to the third. Okay, so number times number, 6 times 4 is 24. X, with no exponent, really has an exponent of 1, times x squared is going to be x to the 1 plus 2, which is x to the third. And then y to the third is just y to the third. Even though there's nothing for this to multiply by, it still comes with it, okay? So let's take a look at your assignment for today, and let's kind of go over how to do that. Okay, so one thing that you'll notice is now when you go into Delta Math, you'll have this little handy-dandy watch help video where you can see somebody go through the exact same thing that I just did. But anyway, when we're multiplying these together, we're going to do number times number. So 3 times 2 is 6. And then x to the second times x to the third is going to be x. And then the power is 2 plus 3. Now, you might be wondering, how do I do powers on here? There's two different ways. First, you can use what's called the caret, which is above the 6. So if you type on your keyboard Shift 6, it will go into what's called the caret, where you're in the exponent mode now. If you're not using a keyboard, though, you can bring up the virtual keyboard here, and the one that you want to do is this a to the b, and that'll bring you into the exponent. So 2 plus 3 is 5. Now, before you keep typing, you want to make sure that you're not in that exponent anymore. You can see that my cursor is by the little 5 and not by the big 6. So to bring it out, I want to either arrow to the right on your keyboard, or if you have your virtual keyboard up, you can arrow to the right there. And then this is going to be y, and there's nothing for that y to multiply by, so its exponent is going to be 3. Okay, let's go through another one here. So 16 times negative 8. Now, if you forgot, there's a calculator here. So if I want to do 16 times negative 8, it's negative 128. Now, this is different than the virtual keyboard, so I'm just going to get rid of that. And then x to the second times x to the second is going to be x to the, so x to the fourth, arrow out of the exponent there. Y to the third times y to the fifth is going to be y to the 8th. And there we go. All right. So your assignment for today is to take notes on this and then submit that. You don't have to show me a picture of your notes. Just submit that you went through the video. The assignment for tomorrow is this Delta Math assignment that I just kind of went through part of it here. Make sure that you're submitting it on Google Classroom, because that's how I'm going to be taking attendance, quote unquote attendance. I'll be by my computer all day, all week. So if you need help, please let me know. Yeah, have a great day.